Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. It is dry out there. We haven't had rain for so long, and fire season is definitely here. A little prevention goes a long, long way. And with us now, with some tips on fire prevention, is Brian Johsz. He's with the Chino Valley Fire District. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me, Leslie. And Fire Prevention Week is coming up, and I just wanted to share with you a few statistics about just how important it is to protect your family from something that can often be prevented. Around 2,500 people die in home fires every year, and that's a statistic that is hard to swallow. 3 out of 5 home fire deaths result from fires in properties without working smoke alarms. The risk of dying in a home fire is cut in half in homes that have a working smoke alarm. And one of the saddest statistics is that children under the age of 5 account for nearly twice as likely to die in a home fire than the rest of the population. And these are, such a vulnerable group that depend on parents and grandparents to prevent this. So we really have a duty to take care of them.
So in addition to getting the smoke detectors and watching out for our kids, we need some real practical things to think of, because when the fire is burning, you're thinking, what am I supposed to do? Tell us some of the practical things, escape routes, what to tell our kids.
Sure. Well, and a lot of times we learn in school, stop, drop, and roll, and a lot of us think that's where fire prevention and fire safety stops. But as an adult, we have a real duty to teach our children what to do and to prevent this. So what involved in that is keeping matches and lighters away from kids, testing your smoke alarms monthly. Get your broom and push the button up there, make sure it works. Change the batteries at least once a year, like when you leap forward or fall back with your clock. Change the smoke alarms, and then practice an escape plan.
Well, how do I come up with an escape plan? When I hear you say that, I'm like, okay, what would mine be? What do we look for in terms of devising an escape plan? Well,
and what you're going to look for is you're going to look for a direct route out of your home and plan on a location when your family has escaped. Because a lot of times our kids really they just react. They don't know what to do. So you need to walk through it with them. And if you go to our website, chinovalleyfire.org, we have tips and maps that you can calculate out with your family. And we have coloring pages that you can draw with your kids and really work through that with them, because often they struggle in an emergency. So we need to assist them.
Well, what are some of the basics about how to get out in the event of a fire? I think in my house, if there was a fire and the stairway was blocked off, we'd be jumping over the
Well, and sometimes that is what it comes down to. There are products that you can purchase that are escape ladders for your windows. That if everybody's on the second floor, you say, all right, kids, if there's a fire downstairs, you're coming to mom and dad's room, and we're going to go out the window.
I had a fire in my house, and I remember someone had told me, feel the walls, because I couldn't tell if the fire was coming from inside or outside. So what is the word on that? Because this was helpful in my experience.
What happens often is fire will make its way into the walls, and they'll travel. There are fire blocks within the walls, but oftentimes they'll burn through it if it starts like in the garage where the water heater is or where your car is. So if you can feel on a door that if you feel the heat on a door, don't go out that door, then that means you're going out the window.
And as you're getting out, shut those doors so that it doesn't.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Okay. Don't fight the fire yourself. Get out. That's the escape. That's the escape plan.
And I guess the most important message here today is, get some more information, check out your website, and just be aware that you need to be thinking about this.
Definitely. And visit your local fire station. There's open houses all the time. Like for us, we have plenty of resources for you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Brian
Johsz,
for being here. And thank you for joining us. I'm Leslie Leyton.